Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexsandracher. I'm your favorite artist, and you know this. And here on this YouTube channel, I'm almost talking about my artwork and about philosophic meaning in this art, and sometimes I'm making lessons for you. And today I want to show you how draw by pastel. Actually, pastel is a very popular thing for beginner and it's also for professional artists, but most popular for people who make art like a hobby. Uh, Pastel it's not it's complicated to save pastel when you done with your artwork. Of course, we fix this, but it's complicated to save this. So, and almost most popular thing, use it for sketches or for something very quickly. And today I want to show you how make it with still life. I'm show you still lives because it's most easy way. It's most easy thing what we can to do in first time. And maybe later, if you like this and comment if you think it's a good idea. Maybe later in summer I going outside and show you how make landscape. And of course subscribe and push like and everything. You know what you should to push. So you can see I make especially for you uh, very simple still life. I use some a positive color and some not. Actually, for beginner, it's good if you use a positive color. It's a very simple still life. Not simple thing here, just once. It's a grapes and fabric. Uh, and first time, I'm advise make without fabric for you and without subjects with lots of detail. Take just simple thing and make this and have a fun. So it's not a cookies, by the way. It's it's pastel. I put here lots of different kind of pastel because you know when you buy and set in first time, uh, you use some color and some don't, and in general you have next and next set. And lots of artists have a box like this and put here everything what you need, and then you just starting by exactly this or that color, you know. So it's very often happened like this. For paper you have a lots of way. You can use watercolor paper. You can use like this one, and of course, not bad idea for you if you use colorful paper like this one. You can see here a few colors. Here's some color. Usually for pastel use colorful paper, but because you start with this and it's your first artwork, for first artwork I'm advise use white paper. It's not necessary, but it's a more easy way in first time. Also good for you if you make in first just with pencil. It's not necessary, but it can be good. I forget take the thing what I cover my table, and also I'm advise for all of you put something on your table, because if you don't, you know, it's starting to be very dirty. One moment. So I use this one. It's a wood, and I can move things. This it's not necessary. You also can use either or whatever you want. You also can put on your table just plastic bag or something like this, and whatever you want. So it's your choice. You can use pencil, like I said, but also you can use right now just starting with pastel. About pastel, it can be different in how we understand is good for us or not. Some pastel I make this and nothing happened, and some we see what's happened. They are different. Some of they is very soft and some not and some middle. Good for you in first time use a soft pastel like this one. And also, if you have pastel like this, it's actually you can use this too. But when you start to do this, it's a pastel for wet paper. You should make your paper wet and then start drawing. And if you don't want to do this, use soft pastel. Also, some pastel is oil pastel. Uh, it's completely different pastel. Oil pastel is this pastel almost like a couture, uh, like a silk, but oil pastel almost like a lipstick, and it's a absolutely different way to draw with oil pastel or this silk pastel. So in first, we take some light color and making composition with this. I make especially for you few lessons about composition. Of course, it's not enough. Composition is big science, a big deal. Actually, all lessons what we do together here, it's not enough because for realistic art we should spend years and years to just start and make this. So it's really complicated. And also you can spend some time exactly with me. I give you lessons by one, and we can make your art on different level. So, in first I starting with composition. And I just sketching this and trying to understand where is exactly my subjects, where is they are. When I understand this, I uh, starting think about how it looks like in my piece of paper. It's what composition is, how it looks like in your space, how you use space, good or not, you know. So next step, we're making everything on proportion way and trying to understand how it's going. You know, I make for you lesson with Wes. It's the same thing how we're making with Wes, but with this one. And we're trying to understand. For this one, maybe it's a good idea use pencil or brush. I take brush, for example, and I make this. You know this trick. In first, we trying to understand it's straight line or not. Then compare left and right, and then we understand it's good or not. So it's the thing worked with water, but absolutely don't with speech, because fruit and everything, they haven't got symmetric, and because it's nature, and nature never be perfect. Nature have nature isn't perfect, and it's why we like her. About grapes, and first time you can make them like this, then maybe trying to understand more how it looks like. But in pastel, it's not necessary because it's almost sketch. And actually, on these lessons, I make almost sketch. Uh, it's not like I finish this work. So I continue. I finish with this drawing, and now I started making by spot. What this means? Whatever I'm doing in color. In first, I started making by spot. I just making this one spot, next spot, different spot. I don't care in first time with some of part of this more lighter or more darker or more cold or more warm. In first time for me it's just one pink spot, one a blue spot, one yellow spot, you know. So it's a spot, and its spot have a form, exactly this form, but that's all. And first, most important thing for me, just trying to take exactly this color. How I make this? It's impossible to have exactly this color, and I mix this. I'm show you how. When you start to make something like this, never repeat after me. Make your own still life and copy this one. It's extremely important. Sometimes we copy and make something by photo, but it's not the same how made from real life. Sometimes it's break, and it's so okay because it's a silk and it's always break. And I'm also do this one. Why it's in paper? It's for people who want to keep his hand clean, but it's actually impossible. So I think almost a new pastel without this thing. So I put this one, that one, and also the most important thing in painting, whatever you make with watercolor or with acrylic or whatever, all colors is mixing. So because near this color, just little blue, I should put it blue here too. Later I make it more. Now I make just little. And also it's light pink, so I make here. And you can see, sometimes I make like this one, and sometimes I put it like this one, and make this. It's can be if you work with big space. With small space, it's impossible. So maybe here just a little more yellow. And next step, very important, we make like this one. It's how we make everything. Trying to make color how you see this color. Actually, every person see color just little different, and you make it how you see. Just trying. So do your best. My background looks like this. Almost. On this side. And maybe just with little orange. It's impossible to have primary color. They always mixing. And be very gently in this place between colors, because it's very easy make this intuitive. Trying to make how you can, and of course if it's too complicated for you, trying to find your balance between do your best and have a fun. It's very important, your unique balance. I have a wall kind of like this in color. And here I have a gray floor. If I go on here just accidentally, don't worry about this, because with pastel it's very easy to cover if you make some mistakes. So just don't worry about this. It is not color what I need. Where is my blue one? Maybe. Here it is. It's almost. It's almost like this, but then I put here lots of different color and make it more natural. Actually, if you don't mix in color, it looks too much, and it looks not realistic, not like in nature. It looks too colorful. And if you mix this and put here different color, I mean, it's not exactly blue with blue color. It's necessary sometimes, but almost don't. For example, put here just little this one, and just little maybe this one. So basic color, I have a one, and different color, just little mixing with this. So it's exactly sketch, because if we need something more realistic and more good, we should spend lots of hours with this, and it's not it can be in more longer way. So it's all of this thing is important if you want to make realistic art, or if you don't, it's just interesting, and then you start to make modern art. It's good. Both of ways good, and also very important, make sketches and making long artwork. All of this part is very important. I'm just show you how this use and just basic rules about this. And that's all what I can help you, because almost it's dispensed by you, so I'm just helper here. For light place we can use white, but for shadows is more complicated. Shadows is all other color, but mixing, it's all dark color mixing in shadow. Sometimes I'm making like this too. And when I done with sport, I'm show you how make shadow. So I'm making yellow, and you can see this yellow is too colorful. And when I put something different on this yellow, it should be not so colorful. It's why I'm advise of your first life make with a positive color, because it's super easy make violet with yellow and red with green and other things like this. If you know a positive color, it's red and green, and blue and orange, and violet and yellow. Good for you if your first still life with only a positive color and it's only two color as your wishes. It's just it's not necessary, but it's just more easy way. So now I should put here something. I guess it can be orange, just little, and of course it can be violet, just little, very gently with this, because it's positive, very gently. You can see it looks like a dirty, but it's exactly what we need, because it's starting to be not so colorful and it's starting to be more realistic. If you're watching carefully in realistic art, it's always going like this way. So when we're mixing all of this and all this starting to be not so colorful, more natural, it looks like classic art. This color looks similar, but it's impossible to have same color in one still life. Actually, color like a tone is never repeats. If it's just little different, we should show it's just little different. If it's big difference, show big difference. You know. And peaches, you see I take different yellow, more lighter. And also I put in this yellow white, because the more complicated thing is same color on each other. For beginner, I advise don't do this, because it's really complicated. Yellow with yellow and green with green, and almost extremely complicated, it's white with white. It's more complicated color. And green levers. I don't make any slightly real levers because it's a sketch, but if you want, you can try, of course. So, in general, I'm done with sport, and now I'm starting make with all other thing here. And I think I'm show you how to make shadow. Shadow is always mixing more dark color near you. So on pink one, we mixing, of course, blue and violet. And maybe just little brown and orange, like this one. Maybe also just little green. If we need this, I can put it. And you can see how it's happened. And never use black and gray color, because it looks they are very strong. They are very strong color, and if you start and do this to complicate, take away this later. With light place, I'm making just with white. Actually, you can use not only only white. You can put here just little yellow or little blue. It depends on what light you have in your room. And also, so painting, whatever you make with color, can be pastel, or it can be watercolor or acrylic or oil painting. So whatever, all of this you use how you feeling, how exactly you feeling, because all humans see color just little different, and you just trying to understand, do you feel here some blue color, or maybe you feel here more red color, or maybe you feel here more yellow color. What do you feel here? It's very important. Trying to make it how you think it's good for you. And never worrying about if you're making some mistakes, because you can, it's not surgery, you can just take different piece of paper, or you can just cover this with different pastel. So it's not big deal. If you're making mistakes, nobody die, and I'm making this on little place. I make it very gently. And also, if you make really a small detail, I don't smell this if I make really small detail. Very often, it's happened very often, blue and brown together make good shadow. It's not every time, but it's happened often, and it's a really dark place. Actually, this thing is more complicated. I make it just a little like a sketch. And if it's complicated fabric, like this fabric, we should spend a lot of time on this. And good for you if you want to make it really realistic. Good for you if you have not this one and you have pastel pencil. because for small detail it's necessary. If you don't really want to care about small detail, just make it like an easy way. And you know, most strong shadows, it's always fallen shadows. Now, I told you before, but maybe you forget or, or not forget. It's good for you if you, before starting with this drawing or painting or whatever, start and draw by pencil because it's more easy way starting with this. Oh, I like this blue shadows actually. It's not realistic, but I think I don't take away this because it looks beautiful. It's beauty. Why not? But here I make with brown just little. And if it's too strong, I cover with yellow and then mixing. So like this in general. And almost if you want to make grapes in realistic way, you should understand how exactly number grapes you have and how they cover each other, because they can cover. They're not all like a circle anymore. They cover each other and going like this way. So it's important. But I make a sketch, so I make like this. I think if I don't make a sketches and show you all long artwork, it's too long lesson for you. Just show you how I understand this in general, and I think you can do this now. Actually, we have here more shadows, but I make it in easy way and don't do this. So next, what I'm making shadows here. It looks good. It's perfect. I think this part is too colorful. So in general, it's done, but Now we're making most important thing. We're making how all colors reflection with each other. And I take in first one color and show how its reflection in everywhere. The first time you can see this most in Impressionism artwork, but it's not only in Impressionism. It's in classic art too, but not so strong. So I done with this color, and then I make with blue, for example, because here lots of blue everywhere. Everywhere. It means everywhere. I make blue here before. So the point is not just make it accidentally, trying to make it, trying to think how it looks like. You have a few ways how make this. Just watching on real life and try and repeat how it's going, or just make how it's beauty for you. All the ways is good because it's art and no rules, and we can create whatever we want, you know. Maybe some violet or something like this. And of course, dark color I put most in dark place and light most in light place. You can make like this one or make like that one. It's your wishes. Or both. It's a thing what make painting like a painting most. So I think I done with this sketch. And don't forget, it's exactly sketch, because on this time we cannot make real work. For real work and for everything we need more and more time. So guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and of course you can have lesson with me one by one. I uh, put link on comment or under the video. So and I hope you enjoy this lesson. See you next time. Bye. Oh, no. Don't forget, subscribe and push the bell and push a like. It's very important. My dog told you to push the like. So bye. See you.